They four are picking random places in the UK about an hour away from where we live and seeing if we can, turn a profit.
NAILSEA.
NAILSEA. We go to Clevedon quite a lot, but I looked and I found this on a map and I thought, let's have a little Google. And they had some charity shops and I thought...
Enjoy this.
Enjoy this.
Oh, yep. No, what? Okay, totally locked.
Two hands.
Embarrassing.
He didn't believe the first door was closed.
Like it wasn't embarrassing enough to try it, but yeah, I forcibly
and all the people inside looked at us
because I shook those bad boys
and shook their hands at the other door.
This is a pair of high top Air Force One Nike IDs.
I think people have a little bit of trouble, and don't at me, with high top, mid top, and low top. Everyone knows what low top is, but mid and highs people regularly get confused.
Yeah, I think people think there's two sizes. There's a low one, there's a higher version, but there's three. Yeah, you're right.
That's a high.
That's a high.
But if you haven't seen a high, then you wouldn't know the difference between a high and a mid. So
that's very true. They're also £80.
They're also £80. Highs and lows are the most, I think, desired. Mids, I don't think mids are very desired.
No,
I just don't think so.
I think the general release is more mids, really. But there you go.
Oh, interesting.
But for the same reason you just said, because I think people buy out the highs when they're available.
What happened there?
That snapped on me. I didn't really know what to do, so I picked the piece up, put it to one side, and moved on like the soldier I am.
You have a bit of trouble recently with the Howard hangers. The last video you dropped at least 2 things. This one's you've snapped a hanger. Do you think you're having a bit of trouble at the moment with your
brittle
hands?
I'd say they're brittle.
Is the cold weather causing you difficulties?
Not me.
I judge a shop by how they price their Ralph. This is Ralph Lauren. It
was a lovely shirt.
25 schmucks. And then they had a Fugazi or non-authentic Ralph polo
for £20.
For £20, that either is going to gauge what the rest of the town is like, or just be a gauge on that shop.
Is that the right door?
That we left.
Like the way we rolled in, we rolled right out.
Yes, we're through the open door.
Yeah, I'm going to be like that. I've made an example of myself. I didn't use just one, but I used 2 hands to try and enter the premises with force. I shook the doors. They all looked startled, and we moved on. Let's leave it alone now.
PDSA, we all know how I feel about PDSA, but this is a newly renovated one, so we're a bit more hopeful. I'm just going to say that. However, as you soon find out, we had the weirdest experience in the shop ever.
What?
So we go back to PDSA's being my least liked charity shop.
What happened in here? What happened in here?
Well, firstly, I found this. I've got a thing about the sparkle Breton stripe from Sea Salt.
Explain
because
why.
I was told that they only release them seasonally at Christmas, so that really excites me. And I also found this Lockmere cashmere jumper, which is £6.95. But at the till, for some bizarre reason, he says that we can have it for £4.95.
Which I didn't hate, but it's I know.
I'll put in comps for the Lockmere jumper. They're probably around here somewhere. And the Sea Salt does about £30 as well.
Okay.
And we paid £3.95 for that.
This was a stained long sleeve waffle Ralph t-shirt.
That's sad, isn't it?
It was quite nice.
In the men's section, Austin found 2 Ralph Lauren Harringtons. One was older label.
Well, one was a jacket, one was more of a Harrington. This was the Harrington.
But they had similar shapes.
Very much black Ralph jackets.
Also,
okay.
Sometimes you can't put Harrington in the title, just so you know, because Harrington is trademarked. The actual Harrington name is trademarked.
Bethany's there with 2 small Squishmallows.
I found Squishmallows. I did give them to our small Squishmallows, so they're not for resale, but they do about £50 to £20 each.
She loves Squishmallows, doesn't she?
Yeah, she loves the Squishmallow. Anyway, going back to it, I was actually just really proud that I found them because I knew I was going to get top mum points. So the the Ralph Harringtons were £20 each. And we do take them over to the other side of the room into the light to look at them, because when you have a black, especially with Ralph, I find, is that you need to watch it. I was really happy with the Squishmallows.
Yeah, you have to get over yourself already.
Look at fading. So what we decided, because the newer label was, they were £20 each as well, because the newer label was more of a jacket, we decided to go for the more Harrington style and the more, I'm not going to say vintage
style.
label.
But it was.
You can push the price of Harringtons. I know a lot of people sell them cheap, especially on Depop, etc. But you can push the price when they're in really good condition and they're in a desirable size, which these are double XL.
The mad thing is, they've done Harrington styles for so long. Literally, like they're such a classic, iconic kind of piece for Ralph. But to be honest, the reality is, you don't see a lot in charity shops. I think I've seen like maybe 5 or 6 the whole time we've been picking.
Yes.
Like, we don't see a lot at all.
It was a really good size. Now,
Tell the story then.
The unusual thing that happened with this, and I have taken the audio out just for the privacy of the employee.
To save the people involved.
Because it was a strange situation, and I still can't work it out. The more I think about it, the more strange it is.
So we decided to take this one.
So we took it to a till for £20, happy that we could make a happy return. We literally give it to the guy, and he says, in a minute we give it to the guy, and he takes it off us and says that it was his jacket and it should never have been for sale. He's been looking for it for days, and that he's really sorry, but he can't sell it to us, which I'm pretty sure if we even bothered, not that we ever would, because it's not that big of a deal, honestly.
And it might be his jacket, in fairness.
If it's for sale on the shop floor, but they have to abide by retail laws, and it's just like when I was a teenager, I worked in River Island, for example, and if we mispriced an item, it had to be sold at that price, or it had to be taken off the shop floor for 24 hours before the price was adjusted and put back on the shop floor.
It couldn't be put back out. It was quite strange. I couldn't work out, to be fair. He was in kind of a tiz, to be fair, so that's why, once again, I didn't want to make the guy feel bad or put any pressure on him. We were like, totally, no problem, that's fine. But what I gathered was he was saying it was his jacket and someone had priced it and put it on the shop floor, which I found mad.
No, but he started saying they were both his, and then we said, well, we put the other one back. Do you want us to get it for you? And he said, no, just this one.
Just this one.
So it was all very confusing, and we'd never experienced anything like it before. It was all very strange. So although this video is maybe a little bit clickbaity, it was strange situation.
It was very weird. It was, and like I said, to be fair, there was no hate, there was no issue. The guy had the jacket, no problem.
Found this and other stories like seersucker. It's got the ruched arm effect, which is really nice. I do really well with
brand newer tags too.
Brand newer tags and other stories. I know it's weird, but
a lot better than I agree.
Yeah, it sells really fast for us. It's a size large as well, and it's very like contemporary modern style. Yeah. However, I did think I saw another one on that rail, and you went past it.
Really?
Yeah, I was chatting to you though. I was chatting to you because we'd just been in that other shop.
You know, I can't do two things at once.
Yeah.
Why do you do this to me? Talking and looking, I don't do those things well.
However, I recently bought 2 newer tags from our local, and I put them on Vinted and eBay, and they both sold on eBay for full asking of £40 each.
Yeah, see, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, so I look out for look out for newer tags. Newer tags is always really good, but very I would say very trendy styles. Does that make sense?
100%.
Wearable pieces.
There was lots of things going for that. The style, the fact it was newer tags, and also black.
Yeah, the size.
Kind of just
the large as well.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good piece all round. They kind of ticks all the boxes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I like to stand outside of charity shops and look like Bouncer.
Okay.
Did you
like Bouncer as in the dog from Neighbours, or a bouncer like a door staff, security chap,
seeing as I was born in the late 90s, in the early 90s really. I was in the mid 90s. I don't know who Bouncer the dog is.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't know why you've got to pick on me all the time.
I know who Kylie Minogue is.
Well,
but not from Neighbours, just from her a successful.
No, but you know why I could have told you that to start with, because you would have called her Charlene.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness! All the brands were in this shop. This is where they all came. Although the condition of that jacket was to be desired. £20 for Michael Kors.
It was stained, but it was a really nice jacket actually.
All the what I would call brands were in this shop. So yeah, all your Mint Velvets, your Hushes, your name another brand that you saw. All Saints.
Just good solid whistles, stuff like that.
I highly recommend, if you're coming to NAILSEA, which I don't know, you might be, then this is a really good shop. If you could only do one shop, this is a shop you should do.
I actually really like this. It was a monkey coat.
A monkey coat. Monkey used to do really well, and then it became a bit... It's
mass-produced?
No, it's an 100% sustainable brand.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's not mass-produced, though.
It's owned by either Zara.
Possibly. No, I don't think it is.
No, it's owned by
It's one of the big brands, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, H&M.
No, what I'm saying is when I say mass-produced, I don't necessarily mean the way in which they produce things.
Brand.
Yes, and they've got more stores now across the UK as opposed to years and years ago when they first were first popular.
I don't know if it's like you, but we found another glitter Breton, but this was $8.99. I wouldn't pay that personally.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm not getting excited with that.
I get really excited about the glitter.
You do? What's this?
This is Somerset by Alice Templey, which is Alice Templey's John Lewis brand.
That's a vibe of a dress.
It was a vibe of a dress because it had a really good pattern to it. Patterns always sell, obviously. Anything a bit fun. That was a tiger print, $14.99. But I passed it up because when Austin was looking at this top, I found another $14.99. Oh no, this is a Karen Millen corset. Karen Millen corset's vibes.
I just like the fact that Bethany, the way you kind of whipped that around.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I was
you were zhuzhing it at me, weren't you?
Yeah, I just thought, you know,
there
what
it
would
is.
I look like in this? And
Yep.
it would be a disaster. But
Oh, God.
I found this. So this is the fold. Now, this isn't just any old the fold dress. You can see it's like got a little chevron to it, which, you know, I respect. $14.99. So think of that as you will. This is the Kate Middleton dress. Yeah.
Different colourway, but the exact same dress.
I don't know if it's not the same colourway and it's just the light.
Maybe.
Because it's a chevron.
Maybe. We'll see.
I'm going to go with it. I'm running with it.
Well, let's just say it's that dress for
Don't
anyone
ruin all my hopes and dreams.
Well, I was too late for that, I think.
It is. You just literally just took them, rolled them into a ball and threw them out a window. How do you feel about that? How do you feel that I'm going to have to talk in therapy about that?
I went outside and seen it on the sidewalk. I stood on it also.
Oh, great. This is a Mama B. I love Mama B. Lovely Lagenlook brand. They sell it on Sahara. This was $8.99 in the men's section. Always check the men's section. I psyched myself out over it. And once again, great regret. Always have a regret. And this is it. Mama B sells really well. Certain pieces sell for more than others, but I currently don't have any in my store because I've sold it all. So that should have been an indication to buy it, shouldn't it?
Sometimes it is indeed. You're actually saying that to me as I was looking through this reel, and my exact words to you were, "Then buy it," and you're like, "Oh, I'm not sure." And I always
I'm
gauge.
a Libra.
But you are like you're the worst Libra ever. But I always gauge it on the basis that if you kind of come running and you're like, "Look what I found! Look what I found! Look what I found!" I'm like, buy it.
I should have bought it.
But by the same token, if you're like, oh, shall I, shan't I? Leave it there. Like if you're that and bothered, just leave it there.
Hugo Boss, $8.99 polo shirt. This is new Hugo Boss. They're running with this like box logo, Boss. Rubber.
I was just showing you that there was Hugo Boss there.
Thing.
Yeah, it's all just the branding is the new branding is Boss, like
Boss.
Only Boss, but like not Boss by Hugo Boss, just Boss.
Boss. You know, Boss.
You're thinking
No?
it. A Bosch.
A Bosch.
A Boss.
Anyway, no, Austin did come and show me because he's super cute. But
$8.99, probably worth every penny of that being new branding. But you know what? The colorway is just not. It's just too much.
It's not really. You would probably turn it over quick for like 25, 30
I don't mean the money. I mean the actual style.
Okay, I did find some Ralph Lauren table runners. And these are they were both technically new, but one had been taken out, put back in, and one was like factory sealed.
So the factory seal one's the one in your left hand. Yeah.
They do quite well actually. They wanted $12.99 a piece though in this shop. I do want to tell you though to look out for the Christmas styles because they are pushing 84 buckaroonies a piece. So Christmas style Ralph Lauren linen. I literally said before I
Look
found
what Austin
it
spots right now.
that I'm looking for Ralph Lauren homeware. And
he's like a coiled cobra ready to strike.
Oh my goodness, can you stop talking over me?
Yeah.
So this is a Le Creuset 16 centimetre, or I call pasta pan, is a stainless steel. I've never found any stainless steel Le Creuset. I still haven't because Austin found it. But I would never have seen it. Honestly, I was actually...
You were looking at those glass things, weren't you?
I gave you praise.
I will say, just to let everyone else out there know, she gave me praise for the few moments I took it. I ran with it, and then she brought me crashing. Yeah, I was because generally I pick these things up. You're like, no, they're worth nothing. Go away with that,
cleaning,
boy.
Just to clarify,
it is.
But it's $9.99. Paid
more of a polish, really,
and that's a full set. So if you're looking out for a full set, however, single pans, 100 on Bite Now, 90 on Bids. I can't.
And
what?
Just to clarify, those two we just showed comps for. That's the 16 centimetre, which is the one I have in my hand right now.
Yes.
It's one of the smaller ones, and they're amazing. Middle size, sorry. They're amazing. They're amazing for the money. Like that was £10 or
I actually
$9.99.
think it's really nice. If it didn't go for so much, I probably would have kept it ourselves.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Because it's just not. Oh, look, there you are in it. I really,
you know it's me filming, right?
Yeah, I really struggle with the enamel, the ceramic, whatever you want to call them, ones because they're really heavy, and I got really like supple wrists.
You have to have forearms of steel to carry
those.
They're
nice. Anyway, so this was a job lot. If anyone's in the area and into toys and stuff, when I actually looked at comps and things, it probably would have been well worth it. So there's a bundle of Cindy stuff, all the furniture, all like wicker chairs.
There was so much in there.
Some of it was boxed.
There was a kitchen set.
Yeah, the right pieces go for really good money. It was £50 for the lot, but I would, if split up, there was a profit in there, definitely. And a few years ago, on a whim, because I like to collect toys from my childhood, like anyone does. I just like a few nostalgic pieces. I was looking for box Barbies, and we came across a huge Barbie lot, right?
Yeah, I remember.
And we paid £10 at a boot sale, and once we sold everything off, we made like 500 quid on it.
It was mad. And don't get me
amazing.
wrong, it was 10s and 20s at a time. It wasn't like, all that at once. But they make such good money.
Yeah, there was this Barbie that you could remove the stomach off of, and had a baby
Like
inside.
a pregnant mum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and someone has shaved the hair off it, and I still got 50 quid for it with no clothes on.
it's amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
and once again, that's not something I know a huge amount about. You know a lot more about that kind of stuff than me because you had them when you were little. But I do think it's quite surprising when you think about it, how much some of those things still go for. This was a vintage Berghaus, good colourway, original branding. I think it's called a Hurricane.
Hurricane or aquafoil windbreaker jacket.
This was a £5. It got for about £35-40. It's a decent size, and not going to set the world light, but you know what I mean. It's cool. This shop's awesome, by the way. I didn't even
This
mention
is
the
a
shop.
house clearance shop. If anyone's into house clearance shops or into house clearance kind of like bric-a-bracy stuff, if you had spent time looking, you would have found some like killer stuff. We went on the vibe. We were on the trash shop vibe, but still we went in and we had a good old,
Speaking of house clearances, I saw today that what's the dude from the house clearance place? Step to a mum.
Step to her mum,
Yeah,
Sonny.
he did like a kind of like a drill / hip hop video about reselling. Honestly, it's amazing. Go and listen to it. Go and find it on YouTube. It's fun. It's really cool for people who resell.
Yeah, they did have a dental surgeon sign in the back there, and I did consider.
I love how you
Why
said
are you
that.
laughing?
But it's just you.
I did consider for about 20 minutes whether I needed that, and I'm still thinking about it right now. I don't know. I put it in the toilet.
As regards, what area of dentistry was it based on?
No, it was the third dental surgeon.
As in, like, this is a surgery. It would be on the top of a surgery.
Yeah, like in a dentist.
Right. It wasn't like a promotional kind of thing.
I put it on the wall in the guest bathroom.
I'm with you.
So it's like you're brushing your teeth and it's a dental surgeon. Do you get it?
Yeah, I got the joke.
Yeah, and I put a light in it. Anything else?
You are? No.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that sleeveless Reebok, classic sleeveless vest.
What are you saying?
That sleeveless vest basically looked like you would say on tour with the lads.
In Benidorm.
I'm not judging, but hardcore Benidorm.
I'd love to go to Benidorm. Just for
Same.
a long weekend, just for fun. I just think it would be fun, right? Wouldn't it be
Shiz
just be
and
fun?
gigs, yeah.
I used to watch the Benidorm series. It's fantastic.
That was iconic.
Iconic.
What was her name? Marge? Marge or Marge?
I can't remember. Kenneth. I'm Kenneth.
What a G.
If anyone gets that reference. Anyway, that was NAILSEA. We might try and go, oh no, it's the weekend. We don't go sourcing the weekend, but we might.
We might have a little something special for you.
We might.
Bye.